Hello students, welcome to Accounting 1303, Introduction to Accounting 1. I am Dr. Claudia Mercado and I will be your instructor for the course. Now every week you will have lectures from me. For the most part, from chapters 2 going forward, my presentations or my lectures will be based off problem solving. I'm going to select a couple of problems. Usually I select the more difficult problems or those problems that you're going to see on your exam, and I cover those problems in detail. Some of my lectures will be long because some of the problems require in-depth calculations, so they're fairly long. So just make sure that you go through them. They have very important information that is going to facilitate you understanding the chapter content. Now for chapter 1, this is an introductory chapter. There's really not much. It's an extremely short chapter. They just give you a quick overview about accounting, how it was developed, just general information. All of you know how to read, so I'm going to let you do the reading on your own. I'm just going to highlight key information. This is just for chapter 1. Beginning chapter 2, my lectures, like I stated earlier, will be problem solving based. I will select the problems and then I will teach you how to solve them step by step. Okay, and I will not be covering every single problem. Okay, a lot of the problems in your homework have a show me how video embedded in Cengage, so make sure that you use that as a resource along with the information provided on your ebook, the examples, so on and so forth. The lectures that I will be recording will be, like I stated, for those more challenging problems or those problems that I know that will be on your exam. I will try to cover those as well. Okay, so and usually with the review of those problems, students have a better understanding of what is being covered. Okay, so we are using College Accounting Chapters 1 through 27, the 24th edition. Make sure that you do have the correct textbook because there are some things that have changed from the prior edition. So we are on the 24th edition. Okay. Now, before I do a quick overview of some of the key information on the chapter, I do want to remind students what needs to happen this week number 1. Okay, it is critical that you review and you print out your course syllabus. I recommend that you print it out and you put it in a folder and that you refer to it on a weekly basis to ensure that you are completing all of the required tasks for the week. Make sure that you create your Cengage account as soon as possible. You need your Cengage account to be able to complete your assignments for the week. Okay, along with that, you also have a syllabus quiz in Blackboard. For that one, you don't need access to anything. You just click on the link and it'll open up the quiz for you. Now that quiz is only 5 questions long and I use it for attendance purposes. Okay, students need to complete a task, so I'm using that task. It should take you less than 3 minutes to complete to ensure that you are participating and that you are active in the course. So please make sure that you take care of that as soon as possible. Also, after you've done all of that, you begin by watching the lecture that I am currently, going over with you. Watch the lecture video. Once you're done with the lecture, you can begin reading chapter 1. Before you begin working on any of your assignments or doing any of your work, it is critical, very important that you read the chapter. You don't read, you're not going to understand. Okay, so it is very important that reading occurs first. Once you are done reading the chapter, please review the chapter PowerPoints provided on Blackboard. Make sure that you go and utilize all of the resources provided on a weekly basis. Once you are done reading and reviewing the PowerPoint, you can begin working on your assignments. This week you have 3 Cengage assignments. You've got the Cengage tutorial, which basically is going to show you how to use and navigate Cengage. Then you have the Chapter 1 study plan and the Chapter 1 homework. All of the week 1 assignments are due Sunday by 11 p.m. Okay, so just be aware of the deadlines. Okay, make sure that you always refer to your syllabus so you ensure that you complete the task for the week. Okay, so like I stated, in future lectures, my lectures are going to be problem solving. This particular week there is no problems to really complete. It's more of just an introductory chapter, giving you information to set the tone for what's coming in the future. Our learning objectives, what are we going to learn in chapter 1? We're going to describe the purpose of accounting, describe the accounting process, compare GAAP and IFRS accounting standards, define 3 types of business ownership structures. We're going to classify different types of businesses by activities, and we're going to identify career opportunities in accounting. Okay, so it's very important that you read the chapter. Now, what is the purpose of us learning accounting? Okay, The purpose of accounting is to provide financial information about the current operations and financial condition of a business to individuals, agencies, and organizations. So we are providing important information to other individuals so they can make decisions. Okay. So the accounting process is listed on your screen. So we have a flow of information. We start by analyzing, recording, classifying, summarizing, reporting, and interpreting. Now, a lot of the times I hear students tell me, Miss, I am not good at math. Okay? Neither am I. I am not good with algebra, with trigonometry, with calculus. I am not a good person to do math. But in this course, we are going to be using a calculator. And the only math that you need to do is basic addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And the calculator can be used. Okay? So, accounting is basically a system of gathering financial information about a business and reporting this information to users. And we have different types of users, whether they be internal users such as management or external users such as creditors, anything of that nature. Okay. So the steps of the accounting process. Okay. We start off by analyzing. This is where we look at events that have taken place and think about how they affect the business. Once we analyze, then step number 2 is to do the recording. Recording is when we enter financial information about events into the accounting system. Okay. Next, we go on to classifying. The third step is sorting and grouping similar items together rather than merely keeping a simple diary-like record of numerous events. Once we're done classifying, we summarize our information. We aggregate many similar events to provide information that is easy to understand. Okay. Then we move on to reporting, which is telling the results of all of the data that we have gathered, analyzed, and summarized. And then last but not least, we interpret our data, deciding the meaning and importance of the information in various reports. Okay. So accounting is a lot of analyzing, learning how to analyze a transaction. Which accounts does it affect? When did the transactions happen? After we do all of that, record those transactions in our books. Until the transaction is recorded, it's non-existent. So we need to make sure that all of our transactions are recorded in a timely manner in our books. Okay. So that is the accounting process. Okay. So just a brief overview. Here in the United States, we use generally accepted accounting principles, which is known as GAAP. These are the rules that we follow when preparing our financial statements. GAAP was developed by the Financial Accounting Standards Board, and these are basically just procedures and guidelines to be followed in the accounting and reporting process. Okay, so in the United States, we use GAAP. The majority of other countries in the world use International Financial Reporting Standards, which is another system or another way of accounting for things. We, unfortunately, here in the United States, we continue to utilize GAAP. Okay, and that is what we're going to be using. All of the information is being analyzed and presented using GAAP. Okay, now the textbook also covers the 3 types of ownership structures. We have sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Okay, sole proprietorship is owned by one person. It assumes all of the risk, and the owner makes all of the decisions. In a partnership, there's 2 or more owners called partners. The partners share the risk, and the partners also may disagree on how the business is run. Okay, and last but not least, we've got corporations. The owners are called stockholders. Stockholders have limited risk. They basically only have the risk of their investment in the company. And stockholders may have little influence on the business decisions. These are massive companies, and if you have 10 shares of stock, they're not going to take you into consideration when making a monumental decision. Okay, usually the individuals at the board level or those individuals that have quite a significant share of ownership in the organization usually have a said so. Okay. These are the types of ownership structures available. We also have, and I didn't put that in the screen, but we also have 3 types of businesses. We have a service business, a merchandising business, and a manufacturing business. Okay, a service business basically provides a service. This could be like a travel agency, a computer consultant, a physician, a nail salon, anything of that nature. We also have merchandising businesses. Those are businesses that buy a product from another business to sell it to customers. These are like department stores like Target and Walmart's, pharmacies, and grocery stores. And last but not least, we have manufacturing businesses. These are businesses that actually make a product to sell. Some examples of manufacturing businesses are automobile manufacturers, furniture makers, or toy factories. Okay? So, there are a lot of career opportunities in accounting. I am not sure what your career goal is, but usually if you are going to want a career in accounting in specific, hold an actual accounting position, most of the jobs do require a bachelor's degree. Okay? If you have a certificate or an associate's, that is more for clerical bookkeeping kind of positions. But for most of the positions listed here under accounting careers, a minimum of a bachelor's degree is required. Okay, so bookkeepers, which is what we kind of like streamline our certificate and associate degrees to, deal with positions that can be filled as bookkeepers or assistant accountants, those things, those kind of positions. And these individuals basically supervise the work of accounting clerks, assist with daily accounting work, summarize accounting information, and have 1 to 2 years of accounting education and experience and as an accounting clerk. So you begin as a clerk and then you move up as a bookkeeper. Okay? So, there's a lot of career opportunities in accounting. You can become a certified public bookkeeper. This is a certification offered by the National Association of Certified Public Bookkeepers. You can be a certified bookkeeper. This is a certification granted by the American Institute of Professional Bookkeepers. Both certifications have requirements for eligibility, exam, and continuing education. Okay. We have career opportunities in accounting such as para-accountants. These provide accounting, auditing, or tax services. They work under the direct supervision of an accountant and have a 2-year degree or significant accounting and bookkeeping experience. So for those students getting your associate's degree, you can look into becoming a para-accountant. Okay. Accountants, on the other hand, they design the accounting information system. They focus on analyzing and interpreting information. They look for trends in data. They study the impact of alternative decisions, and they enter the field with a college degree in accounting. This is a 4-year college, a bachelor's in accounting. There's different areas, either in public accounting, private accounting, or the governmental and not-for-profit sector. It just depends what your preference is. Okay. So public accounting basically offers services to the public. Okay, this could include for audit, taxation, management advisory services. And some certifications that can be attained for public accountants are CPA, which is a Certified Public Accountant, or the SFE, Certified Fraud Examiner. Okay, for private or managerial accounting, the employees can provide a variety of services such as accounting information systems, financial costs, and tax accounting, budgeting, and auditing. Okay, the controller is the principal accounting officer of the company. And some certifications that might be helpful are the Certified Management Accountant, the CMA, or the Certified Internal Auditor, CIA. Okay. Governmental and not-for-profit accounting, this is where they work in all levels of the government. They are employed by schools, churches, hospitals, cities, municipalities, anything of that nature. And we're going to gather and report financial information, but rules are somewhat different than regular public or private accounting. Okay, so this is just a quick overview of some of the the accounting careers that are available for if you are following the accounting pathway. Okay, so please make sure that you do read the chapter in full. There's a lot of information provided. Just to kind of like set the tone for what is it that you need to do this week. Next week, we will begin working on actual problems, actual transactions, the analysis of transactions. So make sure that before you begin working on any of your assignments, you read the chapter so you can be familiar with the content. Okay? It is a critical thing for you to do. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. My office hours are reference in the course syllabus. So please make sure that you reach out, you make an appointment so you can go see me, or you can just stop by so I can help you and you don't fall behind. Okay, so that's the end for chapter 1. Remember to complete all of your tasks. Make sure to set up your Cengage account as soon as possible so you can begin working on your task. And until next time, I wish you a happy and exciting week number 1. Make sure that you stay organized so you can ensure that all assignment deadlines are met. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.